Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda, for those of you who don't know. So I was doing a reading, and I ran out of room, so I had to delete some stuff. But it's a good reading, so I want to keep going, so it'll be quicker. So I want to tell you what we have here. So I pulled from the Lenormand, the Bluebird Lenormand and the Thelema Lenormand, because I've been getting a lot of old school, old timey things. So the cards that I got were the Storm and Lightning, followed by Fountain and Garden, and then we got Cross and Dog. Now normally with the Cross in the Lenormand, it's usually like a negative thing, but because it's in between the garden, the fountain, and a dog, and dogs are loyal, I believe that it has something to do with religion and belief and spirituality in a positive way. Now, for the clarification, and then the bottom of the deck, I pulled Ring, followed by the Key, and the Sun. Okay, so this is a romantic reading. So there was a lot of fertility stuff coming in today, as well as yesterday. I was saying that I was eating eggs this morning and it fell in my pants and then on the floor. And then there was a lot of lightning kind of stuff coming in today as well. So the first card that I pulled was the Gentleman card. And this gentleman shows tried and true and is held in high regard. And he tells fortunes for you in your best effort, which goes with the underlying, right? Now, that was followed by, for clarification, for the Fountain and the Garden. So just like in old times, you would court and you would not even hold hands. You would go for a walk in the garden and around the fountain and you get to know each other and that sort of thing, right? So I pulled the Tower and I pulled the Moon. Now, for the Tower, it says to stand confident and secure and ground your strength in all that is pure. And with the Moon, it means great honors are bound to appear, intuition and perception soar in the night. So to me, this sounds like when this gentleman comes in, to stand in your feminine power, to stand in your confidence, and to trust your intuition and how you're feeling about the situation. Okay? Because it seems like this man is of a higher caliber, and I'll get to that in a minute. So for the Cross, I got Mountain and I got Birch Rod. So for the Mountain, you would confront the mountain as you would a fierce foe and defeat it and clear the obstacle, and it's a chance to succeed. So courage and persistence are all that you need. And then for the Birch Rod, now it's an 11, which is synchronicity and divine. And birch trees are also feminine power. But it says that, like, to a husband and wife, that all has gone amiss, and prepare for sorrows. So what I'm getting from that is, in the past, this older gentleman was probably married and has had a divorce, coming out of a storm. And so, and even you could have been married in the past as well. And so the two of you would court and get to know each other. And there would be some challenges to overcome. when it comes to trusting in the connection. And so with the dog and the loyalty, sorry, I was going to say something else. Okay, I'll get to that after. So with the dog and the loyalty, I pulled out mice. Now, mice is not really a good card. And it says something about robber mice stealing your treasure. They steal it with pleasure. And then I was saying that I saw a picture in my head of like a hole being made, as they often do, and something being leached out and poured out, but it was like in shadow and darkness. So it feels like someone energetically was leeching your energy or finances. And this also could have happened to this older gentleman. So both of you will probably have some cautionary feelings towards this union. And I wasn't sure because I was getting some of these not so good cards. But then I had other cards pop out. And the first one that popped out was stork, right? Again, with the fertility. So a stork in flight promises delight. A stork in range signals change. Progress heals pain drawn from the past. So both of you have healed from the past. Both of you have been through similar situations. To embrace kindness and new friendships will last. So it seems like this older gentleman coming in not only wants to court you and get to know you, but wants to, he's looking for loyalty and friendship the way that you are. And then that was followed by gentleman. So again, this man is tried and true and held in high regard and tells fortunes for you. And then I also got flowers. So happiness from a flower scent. This outlook for you means encouragement and days filled with pleasures come true. So I believe that you not only have an older gentleman coming towards you, but you have a younger one as well. So I believe there will be two suitors and you will have a choice to make. So whatever age you are, you will have someone that's older than you, that is more refined, and then you will have someone younger than you who is also well standing off and is looking for loyalty because it's on top of the dog. So for the older gentleman, I then pulled out Dear John and Eclipse. Now, Dear John is the cold hard truth, breaking up and setting boundaries and divorce. So yeah, this older gentleman has been through a divorce. Eclipse is union of opposites. And I was saying this, he could be fire energy, he could be an Aries. So this is in the past. So this older gentleman, if he was well standing and everything, he would have been well off, and he would be, I heard of a higher caliber. So he has gone through a divorce and probably has, you know, done well for himself in his life. And with the challenges in the mountain and the learning to get to know each other, I had also said that when you come into contact with someone who is of a higher caliber, because you've done the work, because you know your worth now, you are attracting someone who is like better and like well off. I just mean like better in the sense of like emotionally stable, financially stable, mature. And so, for instance, example, because I thought about this last night and it's so weird that it's coming up now. So let's say you are, you know, regular like you and I, or I don't know who's watching, maybe you're not so regular, but let's say you meet Elon Musk, right? He's like a billionaire. So like you coming into contact with someone who's a billionaire, that's not something you do on a regular basis. So like billionaires are of a different caliber. They will be in a different kind of energy, socializing with people of the same type, and that is going to be out of your comfort zone, out of your wheelhouse. So there may be some energetic challenges that go with that, and even some emotional challenges that go with that, which is why you need to stand firm and confident in your feminine power and remember who the F you are, remember your worth, and that you deserve and you have earned everything that's coming to you, okay? So I went into more, so I wanted to know more about this older gentleman that was coming in, because I wasn't sure about this eclipse and this divorce situation. So I know that this is, because I had asked, I want to know more about this gentleman. So that's what he's coming out of. So the energy that he's bringing to you, I got a Namkara, which is deep friendship, I believe. So unconditional love, romance, soulmates, devoted, tenderness, affection, best friends, infinite love. So this is what he's bringing to you. And then that was followed by eyeglasses. Just funny because those are like old tiny eyeglasses. So maybe he likes to read, maybe you like to read. Yeah. A literary head. Yeah, so perspective, seeing clearly, being aware, checking the details. Always, which is important when you're standing in your feminine energy, and be strong in your intuition, and trust your intuition. In what you're feeling, pay attention to how he makes you feel. And both Taurus, so one of you could have Taurus in your chart. Taurus is a very earthy, grounding, and also materialistic. So again, that's clarification for this older gentleman. And then it was followed by home and hearth, right? Heart and home. Yeah. Heart and home, happy home, security, love, belonging, family, contentment, comfort, legacy, boundaries, longevity, and peace. So this older gentleman is going to offer you these sorts of things. This is what he can provide. A heart and home, which is beautiful, right? Okay, now we can move on. Way shorter time too. Okay. So what can you tell me, Spirit? Okay, I haven't even asked yet. Okay, not taking one. Okay, what can you tell me about the garden with the tower and the moon for this feminine? And again, no gender in tarot, put yourself where you belong, please. So what can you tell me about this tower and the moon and this strong feminine? Grapes? Yeah. So again, bearing fruit, right? Fertility. All these fertility, it's like maybe you are super fertile right now. The energy is super fertile right now. New beginnings are super fertile right now because we're going into the new year. Abundance, harvest, yeah, wealth, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. So all the work that you've put in is going to be coming to fruition. So that's really good. What else do we have? Again with the sticky cards. Okay, fish hook and broken vase. So, okay, so 8s are abundance, trap, temptation, prosperity. So this does say luck, great catch, prosperity, abundance, and multiplication principle. Yeah, I just heard like a whale. When you catch like a whale. So it seems like this man is extremely wealthy. And again, another 8, that's double 8s. And there's an 8 on the garden. So that's triple 8s. That's a lot of abundance. Yeah, and again, Taurus energy. So the broken vase. Trial overcome. A change of state. So it's weird that this come out afterwards. So I feel like maybe this might be the energy that you are in right now. 2025 was a rough year for a lot of people, so you probably have gone through a lot of hardship when it comes to your finances. Maybe you were met with like a lot of blocks and challenges that you couldn't get through. But again, this is like it being fixed. There's a change of state. And I don't think that this is an energy that, I just heard delay. So I'm just wondering if there were delays for you, for this to come in for you, and then also maybe delays for this this gentleman to come towards you, because you know, divorces can get messy and they can drag out for a really long time. So, I mean, years. So, you never know. Yeah. But we're moving on. Right? Moving on. New endeavor. One direction. On track. On time, moving forward, keep going. Okay, child. Again, there's like a lot of grounding earth energy. So this older gentleman is definitely, again, with the stability. So it's going to bring stability to you. You're going to you're gonna, it says love to learn, but I feel like it's almost like a learning to love again. Being kind of happy, your inner child, your inner children coming together. Feeling safe. What is that? Crew. Yeah, being in sync, working together, leadership, co-creating, camaraderie, forming alliances, team effort, and partnerships. So yeah, there's like a really strong kind of business endeavor with the two of you. I like that. Okay, I want to know about this cross, this birch rod. What is it? This feminine, the mountain. So what sort of maybe emotional obstacles will the two of you have? What can you tell me about that, Spirit? Because both of you have had to overcome past hurtful relationships, as most people do. You've all had those experiences. I mean, maybe some of us haven't, I don't know. Lucky you. But yeah. You know, Spirit, behave yourself. Fine. So this birch rod, I just heard whip. So, you know, maybe he's into spanking you a little. Behave yourself. Yeah, so maybe there will be some issues with trust in intimacy and in the bedroom, which makes sense, which is why the courting and the friendship and getting to know each other first is most important. And it's what he's looking for as well as you. And we got rainbow. How beautiful is that? Yeah. So wish granted, a blessing. And all of the patience that you've been having to do is going to be paying off. Again, with the abundance, the manifesting of wealth and prosperity and good luck. I mean, how many more words can you add to that? That's gorgeous. So it's all, ooh, symphony. Again, Taurus energy. Yeah, harmony, synergy, again with co-creating, an organized structure, a team, more collaborating, more organizing. This is beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Really strong, making beautiful music together. Okay, what can you tell me now about, so this is the older gentleman. What can you tell me about this second suitor, this loyalty, and this other gentleman, please? What just flipped? Interesting. Huh. Earn. I wonder if this younger gentleman was from the past. Closed up, break up, dispossess, dismantle. Again with the change of state. It's over and done, and there was an absence. I heard an absence of loyalty in the past. And there's another dog, Yarn. And again with the fives, there's been a lot of change and a lot of challenge for the both of you. So, okay, this one says interconnected, patience needed, future gains, working it out, making many working components, hassles and problems. So I'm just wondering if in the past, this younger gentleman, you may have had some it could have been complicated And there was some mischief within that. And maybe one of the complications is maybe he lost someone. Maybe he was dealing with deaths. Maybe he was going through his own death and rebirth. What more can I get, please, with this? Because it says flowers. I want to know. So I asked about the gentleman the same way I asked about that, and we got those two cards, right? So, okay. So I see what you're doing here. So we know about this gentleman. So what is this younger gentleman's motive towards you now? Because he's popping up with flowers and stork and the loyalty. What can you tell me? What? Constellation. Threes have been popping up as well. Support. Socializing, organizing, exchanging. Okay. So, I think he sees you as a star. 'Cause you are. But yeah, he's looking to support you, connect with you, socialize with you, gather together with you. And I mean, bring you flowers, maybe apologize to you. It seems very, not lack of feeling, but you know, like, I don't know. Can you tell me more, please, this younger gentleman? What can you tell me more about this younger gentleman coming towards this feminine? What are his motives, please? I heard take it. Sword and scales. So he's looking to balance something out. He's looking for truth. He's looking to make amends. He's looking for you to hear him out. Which is maybe what he will do, is show up with flowers as an apology. And then we got mirror. So he's bringing in self-awareness. He's bringing in self-improvement. He's facing his issues. And it seems like he will be taking accountability for any type of projections that he's done to you. 4 is a stable number. And I notice with this card, there's also the 9 here, the heart and the home and the rainbow. They're all Cancer energy. So that's water. So you or him may have Cancer in your chart, or you might have a lot of water in your chart. Water is emotion. So he's bringing in, wow, so that's 3. Yeah, he's bringing in a lot of emotion, and he's looking to make amends, which is really nice. Yeah, and with this stork card, progress heals pain drawn from the past, kindness and friendship. So I think this younger gentleman is looking for your friendship, looking for the truth, to have an honest conversation, to take responsibility and accountability, to offer you a peace offering. Yeah. I'm going to leave it there because we're half an hour in. Bottom of the deck is Diamond. Again, Aries energy. Yeah, all of the fire that you've been under, all of the pressure that you've been under, you now are, and it kind of looks, because of the shadow, it looks almost like a diamond heart. Maybe you have you're a crystalline heart now. So maybe you, with strong feminine power, maybe he sees you as a divine feminine, sees you as a creative force, someone who is faithful and brilliant, and is committed, who's pure, who's multidimensional, multifaceted, and one who has invincible spiritual power. So I don't think that this younger gentleman is going to presume to think that he would win you over. But he does see you this way, the same way that the older gentleman sees you. Maybe even puts you on a pedestal. And maybe you have his heart, but I really think that he just wants to concentrate on the friendship aspect, the way that the older gentleman does, and doesn't want to presume or assume that you would want anything other than that. But again, you will have a choice between an older gentleman and a younger gentleman that is coming in from your past. And past can mean like a month ago. You know what I mean? So past is past. It doesn't have to be a karmic. It doesn't have to be like this person who like made your life a living hell. That's not what this is. He might have just screwed up or sabotaged himself. You don't know what people have going on in their lives. Sometimes they need forgiveness. But again, it's up to you as to what you want for your life, what you want your future to look like, and pay attention to how someone makes you feel, not what they can offer you so much. Yeah. Again, stay in your feminine power, stay confident, stay true to yourself, and you can't go wrong with that. Yeah. I hope everyone has a good Saturday night and a good weekend, and God bless you. Peace.